Hello guys, it's been a while since I uploaded, if anyone cares. I was just playing mainly while sitting in voice chats, so that's the reason. And today I tried to do that again, but I was too pissed off to play. And now, a couple of hours later, I felt like I didn't get my daily dose of geometry dash, and so my day would be incomplete without it. And I also wanted to talk a bit to further work on my voice, I guess. I guess I'll be playing Sonic Wave Rebirth with my right hand. I was supposed to play Bloodlust today with my left hand. Off recording, I managed to get 30 to 158. Those are my best runs, but I don't feel like playing Bloodlust, I think, or playing with my left hand. So let's play Sonic Wave Rebirth, and also while doing that, terrible spam. So I actually died to 95 on this level a couple of days ago, which is absolutely pathetic. And this is basically the last thing before the middle wave spam. That is like 100 milliseconds white. I just misread when to click somehow. I died like that. I didn't want to actually show you what I died like, but the reason is the interval between this click and the previous one, they're like even, right? You do this click off screen that you cannot see, then you do this click that is the same in size, and then you're, well, not you, but I am trying to do the same thing again, as you can see. And this happened. I was also planning on reading Emil Chiron's On the Heights of Despair while playing today, but it'll be hard. While reading such old books, I usually need a dictionary. I won't know how to pronounce like words, lots of words, so that'll be a problem while reading this today, but I will try anyways. And I also died at the cube 5 times, and 4 times it was the very particular click. This click here, because I was nervous from 0. And I will also die like that once in, yeah, rarely, but my trajectories will go up. My 3 consistency clicks will turn into an upward consistency clicking, which is dumb. That click is annoying. That is weird. That is also weird. I can barely spam for some reason. Let me try something done real quickly. No. Ah, fine. Was not worth trying. Bears revived. Bad. No, my eyes died. This way spam. That's so annoying. I don't understand what's wrong. Let's make sure that I still remember the cue. Yeah, but I don't remember how to play the game. Apparently. was not built for this game. It was going so smooth earlier this week, and now what is this? I have no shame. I should also note that I have 28 to 104 times this level. Not like in total. In total I have way more, but I got 20 to 100 like in one session, 4 times in one session. The first day I returned to this level after months, and yet what is that I'm showing now? I nearly died. I nearly died again. I guess I'm fed up with this game. Why is it so fucking hard to spam for me? Physically. I don't mean high CPS spam, I mean fucking straight spam. I cannot do that straightly on my keyboard. It requires too much physical strength. And it is so annoying. It's so annoying that I'm so bad after all these years. I don't want to live. There are no arguments. Can anyone who has reached the limit bother with arguments, causes, facts, moral considerations, and so forth? Of course not. For such a person, there are only unmotivated motives for living, and the heart of despair, and the passion for the absurd is the only thing that can still throw a demonic light on chaos, when all the current reasons, moral, aesthetic, religious, social, and so on, no longer guide one's life. How can one sustain life without succumbing to nothingness? Only by connection with the absurd, by love of absolute uselessness, loving something which does not have substance, but which simulates an illusion of life. I feel so badly. I cannot believe that. What is that spell? Pathetic. I forgot. That's not what I died like 4 times from 0. I died not here but here. I clicked too early. I guess I'm not a cube player. This is such a difficult cube timing, you know? Pathetic. No muscle memory already. Like, haven't played the level for 4 days. And that's it, no muscle memory. Disappeared completely without a sight. Learn everything from scratch. I would never die to 49 before. die. I'm sorry, Aruna, for not paying attention to you. I'm just this brain woman. I live because the mountains do not laugh and the worms do not sing. The passion for the absurd can grow only in a man who has exhausted everything, yet is still capable of undergoing awesome transfigurations. For one who has lost everything, there is nothing left in life except the passion of the absurd. What else in life could still move such a person? What seductions? Some say self-sacrifice for humanity, the public good, the cult of the beautiful, and so forth. I like only those people who have done away with all that, even for a short time. Only they have lived in an absolute manner. Only they have the right to speak about life. You can recover love from or serenity, but you recover it through heroism, not ignorance. An existence which does not hide a great madness has no value. How is it different from the existence of a stone, a piece of wood, or something rotten? And yet, I tell you, you must hide a great madness in order to want to become stone, wood, or rot. Only when you have tasted all the poisoning sweetness of the absurd are you fully purified, because only then will you have pushed negation to its final expression. And are not all final expressions absurd? That always happens to the weak. I do not understand why my spans are so bad. I just don't. They were much better years ago. Something is wrong with my tapping technique. And I don't know why. Why not? And I don't know why I suck so much. What? What? I'm gonna die. Wanna die. Why so curvy? So uneven. As Emil Chiron said, there are people who are destined to taste only the poison in things, for whom any surprise is a painful surprise, and any experience a new occasion for torture. If someone were to say to me that such suffering has subjective reasons related to the individual's particular makeup, I would then ask, is there an objective criterion for evaluating suffering? Who can say with precision that my neighbor suffers more than I do, or that Jesus suffered more than all of us? There is no objective standard, because suffering cannot be measured according to the external stimulation or local irritation of the organism, but only as it is felt and reflected in consciousness. Alas, from this point of view, any hierarchy is out of the question. Each person remains with his own suffering, which he believes absolute and unlimited. How much would we diminish our own personal suffering if we were to compare it to all the world's suffering until now? To the most horrific agonies and the most complicated tortures, the most cruel depths, and the most painful betrayals, all the lepers, all those burned alive or starved to death. Nobody is comforted in his suffering by the thought that we are all mortals, nor does anybody who suffers really find comfort in the past or present suffering of others, because in this organically insufficient and fragmentary world, the individual is said to live fully, wishing to make of his own existence an absolute. Each subjective existence is absolute to itself. For this reason, each man lives as if he were the center of the universe or the center of history. Then, how could his suffering fail to be absolute? I cannot understand another's suffering in order to diminish my own. Comparisons in such cases are irrelevant, because suffering is an interior state in which nothing external can help. Wanna die. Least depressive showdown leader. Wanna die, honestly. What is wrong with me? What? is not spam. But there's a great advantage in the loneliness of suffering. What would happen if a man's face could eloquently express his suffering, if his entire inner agony were objectified in his facial expressions? Could we still communicate? Wouldn't we then cover our faces with our hands while talking? Life would really be impossible if the infinitude of feelings we harbor within ourselves were fully expressed in the lines of our face. That would be so ugly, goddamn, if that was the case. Yeah. One drop attempt, one paragraph is my idea. If I ever get to the drop, because I'm a noob, a fucking noob. And the lazy one does not want to learn to play better. Or who cannot do that. I wanna die. Really? Yeah, it seems we won't be reading Showdown today, because I won't be able to get fucking anywhere ever in my life during this session. This is miserable. I wanna die so fucking badly. This is actually a tight click, if you think about it. If you do it this pattern, with this click pattern. I wanna die. I'm sorry. Sorry, you know, that does not make me feel bad. Just that I'm so low on resources. To feign any kind of optimism. Where's it from? Nobody would dare look at himself in the mirror because a grotesque, tragic image would mix in the contours of his face with stains and traces of blood, wounds which cannot be healed, and unstoppable streams of tears. Yes, that would be my face. I would experience a kind of voluptuous awe if I could see a volcano of blood, eruptions as red as fire and as burning as despair, burst into the midst of the comfortable and superficial harmony of everyday life. Or if I could see all the hidden wounds open, making us a bloody eruption forever, only then would we truly understand and appreciate the advantage of loneliness, which silences our suffering and makes it inaccessible. The venom drawn out from suffering would be enough to poison the whole world in a bloody eruption bursting out of the volcano of our being. There's so much venom, so much poison in suffering. This always happens. Always, always, always. I wanna die. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. This is unbearable. My face is a bloody eruption of a volcano right now. You understand that? Yes, and even more after this death. This is as fucking bad as it could get. No, I wanna die. True solitude is the feeling of being absolutely isolated between the earth and the sky. Nothing should detract attention from these phenomena of absolute isolation. A fearfully lucid intuition will reveal the entire drama of man's finite nature facing the infinite nothingness of this world. Solitary walks, extremely fertile and dangerous at the same time, for the inner life must take place in such a way that nothing will obscure the solitary's meditation on man's isolation in the world. Solitary walks are propitious. What? Yes, wait a minute. I hate burping, I hate that. Solitary walks are propitious to an intense process of interiorization, especially in the evening, when none of the usual seductions can steal one's interest. Then, revelations about the world spring from the deepest corner of the spirit, from the place where it has detached itself from life, from the wound of life. To achieve spirituality, one must be very lonely. Fucking based. What? Am I actually going to commit suicide over geometry dash? Ma. I'm actually going to commit suicide over geometry dash. I'm actually going to do that. So much death in life and so many inner conflagrations. Loneliness negates so much of life that the spirit's blooming in vital dislocation becomes almost insufferable. Isn't it significant that those who have too much spirit, who know the deep wound inflicted on life at the birth of the spirit, are the ones who rise against it? Healthy, fat people without the least intuition of what spirit is, who have never suffered the tortures of life and the painful antinomies at the base of existence, are the ones who rise up in defense of the spirit. Those who truly know it either tolerate it with pride or regard it as a calamity. Nobody can really be pleased at the bottom of his heart with spirit, an acquisition so damaging to life. How can one be pleased with life without its charm, naivete, and spontaneity? The presence of the spirit indicates a want of life, great loneliness, and long suffering. Who dares talk of salvation through the Spirit? It is by no means true that life on the immanent plane creates an anxiety from which man escapes through the Spirit. On the contrary, it is much more true that through Spirit man achieves this disequilibrium and anxiety as well as grandeur. What do you expect those who don't know the dangers of life to know of the dangers of the Spirit? To argue the case for Spirit is a sign of great ignorance, just as to make a case for life is a sign of great disequilibrium. For the normal man, life is an undisputed reality. Only the sick man is delight by life and praises it so that he won't collapse. And what about the man who cannot praise either life or the Spirit? It is hard to read, to understand what it means by Spirit. And what he means by life and want of life. Just what is that? Sophisticated. I definitely don't have any want for life at this point. I don't even want to read at this point. I should stop recording and go and kill myself. This is just too fucking painful. I can barely get to the drop, and when I do, I die like that. There's nothing that can be done because it's too fucking tight. And I'm too fucking low skill. Just nothing that can be done, I just don't feel it. When I pass it, it's just pure fucking random. Pathetic. You saw that spam. I am. Therefore, the world is meaningless. What meaning is there in the tragic suffering of a man for whom everything is ultimately nothing and whose only lot in this world is agony? If the world tolerates somebody like me, this can only mean that the blots on I, the so-called sun of life, are so large that in time they will obscure its light. Life's beastliness trampled me underfoot and oppressed me, clipped my wings in full flight and stole all my rightful joys. 1. The enthusiastic zeal and mad passion I put into becoming a brilliant individual, the demonic charm I adopted to gain an aura in the future, and the energy I spent on an organic, glamorous inner rebirth, all proved weaker than the beastly brutality and irrationality of this world, which poured into me all its reverses of negativity and poison. Life is impossible at high temperatures. That's why I have reached the conclusion that anguished people whose inner dynamism is so intense that it reaches paroxysm and who cannot accept normal temperatures are doomed to fall. I am, therefore, the world fucking sucks. Oh man. There's really no point in continuing. I'm too depressed to improve. You see, I'm too depressed to think, to focus, to do anything. Passing that fucking yellow word is just pure random. Just like fucking everything else. You know what? 5 more times. 4, maybe 4 more times to the drop. If I don't get anywhere, I just off myself. I mean, I'm gonna off the recording. 20 times by this point. That death. And not even once, or maybe once, I died to the spike and not the saw. Which means 19 times out of 20. I clicked too fucking early instead too fucking late. Which means I'm autistic and suffer from repetitive behavior. 3 more times if I don't get anywhere. Goodbye. I'll be so fucking glad to fucking die in this game, because quitting Geometry Dash means dying. I do not believe that I died like that. I will not count it as getting anywhere. This is the worst thing that could have happened, considering how flawlessly I was beating that part. Today, from any start position, I would never die there. And you saw that. And I died from 0 there, because I felt uneasy or something. I felt that I was wrong, that I lifted my wrist too high up. Two more times or what? I've got left or one, I don't remember. If I don't die, if I die at the ball part, then only one. I will give myself only one attempt to the drop before I quit, and if I don't die to the ball, then 2. One. If I die to the ball 2 more times, I will not even try to get to the drop anymore. I will just quit. I'll die in this life forever. Understandable. Again, that happened again. It's my 5th time dying in this click. 5th time. I have no idea. I don't know how to react. This world absolutely hates me. I just want to take razor and cut myself. One more attempt to the drop down. Maybe. Alright then, there one more attempt to the drop or just 5 more attempts. If I don't get to the drop in 5 attempts, I will quit. This is worse than dying. I don't know. This is worse than dying in the cube. This is just... I don't care. I saw I clicked 1 frame too late. Not more than 1 frame. Maybe 2 actually. have no idea. It all depends on my deaths. They're too miserably close. Bye. I can check this level. That's always impossible for me. What speed that was. Nobody DM'd me, right? Nobody needs me. Yes. Or maybe I just muted everyone and that's the reason. Let's check. Yeah, honest. Can you actually survive? No. Why are you going up? Just why is that you're going up? Yeah.